The profound journey within ourselves requires the courage to confront our own shadow. In the realm of Jungian philosophy, the shadow is the clandestine facet of the psyche, shrouded in darkness, eluding the conscious mind. Much like navigating a narrow and arduous path, it becomes an inescapable passage for those yearning for profound self-understanding. In the intricate weave of Jungian philosophy, we stand on the threshold of an enigmatic realm, the shadow. It's not a mere concept, it's an emotional landscape hidden in the mysterious recesses of our unconscious mind. Within the depths of the shadow, one finds echoes of deepest fears, unhealed traumas, dormant potential waiting to be unlocked, and the silent prejudices that shape our perceptions. Embarking on the journey to confront this shadow, as passionately articulated by Jung, is no ordinary endeavor. It's a visceral exploration, delving into the uncharted territories of our psyche. It becomes a raw and emotional encounter with the hidden facets shaping the contours of our consciousness, much like navigating a narrow and arduous path. In this labyrinthine landscape, we navigate through hidden fears, unspoken anxieties, and untapped reservoirs of our true capabilities. It's an emotional excavation, a courageous venture into unexplored recesses where latent potential and suppressed traumas converge. Jung's philosophy beckons us to feel the weight of this journey, to experience the emotional tumult accompanying the revelation of our shadow. It's not just an intellectual exercise, it's a profound encounter with the visceral aspects of our being that have long remained in the shadows, waiting to be acknowledged. As we step into this emotional odyssey, we're confronted with echoes of past hurts, the pulsating rhythm of hidden fears, and poignant whispers of capabilities yet to be unfurled. The emotional resonance of this journey is palpable, an intimate dance with our deepest selves, requiring both vulnerability and resilience. By embracing the emotional terrain of the shadow, we allow ourselves to be moved by the currents of self-discovery. It's a journey demanding emotional courage, a willingness to confront the ghosts of our past and the uncharted territories of our potential. The heart of Jung's teachings beats with the rhythm of this emotional expedition, urging us to feel deeply, confront bravely, and, ultimately, emerge transformed. Robert Johnson, a torchbearer of Jung's wisdom, illuminates the shadow's intricate tapestry with an emotional resonance that transcends the intellectual realm. As we embark on this journey into the heart of the shadow, Johnson's insights become the flickering lantern guiding us through the multifaceted nature of this enigmatic darkness. In the emotional cadence of Johnson's revelations, we confront not just a concept, but a visceral experience, a confrontation with the shades we instinctively tuck away, the silent whispers of our deepest fears and desires. The shadow is not just a concept, it's an emotional labyrinth, a clandestine realm where the face of the ego wears a cloak of secrecy. Johnson invites us to feel the weight of the emotions tangled within the shadow, the raw vulnerability, unspoken fears, and desires we dare not acknowledge. This isn't a distant exploration, it's a soul-stirring encounter with the very essence of our being. To deny the existence of this emotional undercurrent, as Johnson passionately emphasizes, is to unwittingly strengthen its hold on our lives. The shadow isn't a mere philosophical concept, it's an emotional linchpin that, when left unacknowledged, quietly shapes the contours of our existence. In the emotional symphony of Johnson's narrative, we feel the gravity of this hidden facet of our psyche. It's a call to embrace the emotional turmoil that comes with acknowledging our shadow. A confrontation with the often misunderstood and overlooked aspects that constitute the essence of Jung's profound legacy. As we stand at the crossroads of revelation, the emotional resonance of Johnson's insights urges us to shed the cloak of denial and confront, with unwavering courage, the emotional depths of our shadow. It's a call to feel deeply, to unearth the emotional undercurrents that shape our existence, and to embark on a journey where emotional authenticity becomes the guiding light through the shadows of our own psyche. James Hillman's poignant exploration of the shadow resonates with an emotional depth that beckons us to recognize the shadow not as a mere abyss, but as a repository of concealed treasures waiting to be unearthed. In the emotional contours of Hillman's narrative, the shadow transforms from a daunting expanse into a realm teeming with hidden creativity and unexplored treasures. As we stand on the precipice of this emotional revelation, Hillman's insights become a lantern guiding us through the labyrinth of our own darkness. The shadow, in Hillman's perspective, is not just a murky territory. It's an emotional tapestry intricately woven with threads of hidden potential and untapped brilliance. The hero's journey, as Hillman paints it, becomes a poignant metaphor, an emotional odyssey into the dark forest of our own psyche. The monsters that lurk within represent not only fears and challenges, but also gatekeepers to the treasures hidden deep within. It's an emotional exploration where confronting the shadows becomes a courageous encounter with the multifaceted aspects of our own creativity. In the emotional resonance of Hillman's words, the hero's journey unfolds as a symphony of self-discovery. It's an invitation to feel the heartbeat of our own courage, to navigate the emotional terrain of the dark forest, and to discover allies and treasures that illuminate the potential positive facets within the shadow. Hillman's emotional narrative urges us to embark on this hero's journey, not with trepidation, but with a sense of emotional anticipation. An anticipation of unearthing the hidden treasures that lie beneath the surface of our consciousness. In embracing the emotional richness within the shadow, we become the architects of our own hero's tale. A tale not just of confrontation, but of profound self-discovery and the unveiling of treasures that redefine the very essence of our being. In the emotional crucible of facing the shadow, we find ourselves on the brink of an abyss, a place where the very fabric of our consciousness unravels, and the shadows within, once concealed, emerge as formidable adversaries. The challenges inherent in this emotional confrontation are not to be underestimated, for the shadow resides in the recesses of our psyche, beyond the comforting glow of conscious awareness. The emotional turbulence accompanying this expedition into the unknown is akin to navigating uncharted waters. The tendrils of the shadow reach into the corners of our fears, traumas, and concealed capabilities. It's an emotional reckoning, a daring expedition into the unexplored territories of our own minds. In the emotional landscape of this confrontation, we are faced with the stark reality that this journey is no leisurely stroll. It's a plunge into the depths, a courageous foray into the hidden aspects shaping the very core of our humanity. The shadow, as a companion in this emotional odyssey, becomes both adversary and guide, a mirror reflecting the uncharted facets of our existence. The emotional gravity of this confrontation lies in its indispensability. It's not a quest embarked upon for the faint of heart, but a necessary expedition for those seeking profound understanding of the human condition. It's an emotional crucible where self-discovery unfolds amidst the challenges, where healing is not just a concept, but a visceral experience, and where dormant potential within is stirred into life. As we confront the shadows, we are not merely engaging in an intellectual exercise. We are navigating a labyrinth of emotions. The journey is fraught with the rawness of self-discovery, the emotional scars, the fears that once lurked in the shadows, and the untapped potential that now begins to shimmer with possibilities. In the emotional crucible of facing the shadow, we find not just challenges, but a transformative alchemy, where the darkest recesses become the crucible for forging a more authentic, healed, and realized self. The emotional landscape of delving into the painful recesses of our shadow is not for the faint-hearted. It's a daring plunge into the very essence of our fears, prejudices, and hidden wounds. The purpose behind confronting these painful shadows transcends the superficial. It is an emotional excavation that goes beyond liberation. It's a profound journey into the soul. As we navigate through the emotional minefield of shadow work, we are not merely liberating ourselves from invisible forces. We are dismantling the very foundations of ingrained prejudices that have shaped our worldview. It's an emotional odyssey where healing isn't a distant promise, but a tangible experience. A salve applied to vulnerabilities that have long festered in the shadows. The emotional resonance of facing these painful shadows lies in the unearthing of hidden strengths, the dormant aspects of ourselves waiting to be uncovered. It's not just about overcoming immediate challenges, it's about discovering the resilience, courage, and tenacity that reside within the emotional depths of our being. At its core, the emotional purpose of confronting these painful shadows is to forge a connection with the soul, an intimate awakening to the true self. It's an emotional unveiling that goes beyond the superficial layers of identity, exposing the raw, authentic core of who we are. In this emotional crucible, we come face to face with the essence of our existence, and the discoveries made resonate not just intellectually, but reverberate through the very fabric of our emotions. The emotional dividends of this profound journey are far-reaching. They extend beyond the individual, seeping into the collective consciousness. It's not just personal liberation. It's a ripple effect that holds the potential to heal, inspire, and elevate those who bear witness to the transformed, emotionally authentic self. In facing the depths of our painful shadows, we unearth not only personal truths, but also the emotional currency that has the power to catalyze a broader, more empathetic understanding of the human experience. In the emotional tapestry of recognizing and integrating the shadow, we stand at the crossroads of a transformative juncture. The act of integrating the shadow transcends mere personal growth. It's an emotional alchemy that reshapes the very fabric of our interactions with the world. The emotional richness of integrating the shadow lies in the profound shift from projection to introspection. It's not merely about extinguishing negativity, it's an emotional metamorphosis that reframes our perception of the external world. As we weave the threads of our shadow into the intricate pattern of our consciousness, we cease to cast blame upon others, and the emotional weight of disproportionate guilt begins to lift. The emotional gravity of collective shadows, as they cast their long shadows across societies, is a poignant reminder of the intricate dance between individual and collective psyches. It's an emotional reckoning with the fact that societal issues and conflicts are not merely external battles, but reflections of the unresolved shadows within us all. In the emotional symphony of integrating the shadow, the narrative shifts from divisive generalizations to empathetic understanding. The shadows once projected outward now become the emotional catalyst for cultivating compassion, a shared recognition of the struggles and complexities that unite rather than divide. Integration becomes an emotional pilgrimage, a sacred journey toward wholeness that not only transforms the self but has the potential to ripple through the collective consciousness. It's a poignant reminder that societal healing begins with individual emotional alchemy, an internal metamorphosis that, in its emotional resonance, holds the promise of fostering harmony in the external world. The emotional legacy of integrating the shadow is a profound one. It's the dawning realization that the shadows we once feared and rejected hold the key to our emotional liberation. It's an emotional homecoming where, in embracing the once hidden aspects of ourselves, we forge a more compassionate and understanding connection with the world. A connection rooted not in judgment, but in the shared recognition of our collective humanity. In the emotional odyssey of individuation, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of uncharted realms, a vast landscape that extends far beyond the familiar territories of ego dominance. Carl Jung's philosophy becomes a guiding star, illuminating the emotional path toward self-discovery. The emotional resonance of this transformative journey lies in the bold departure from the well-trodden paths of life. It's an emotional expedition into the unexplored realms of the psyche, where the shadow, once an elusive specter, becomes a profound companion in the pursuit of authenticity. In the emotional symphony of individuation, the shadow takes center stage, a complex dance between the known and the unknown, the conscious and the unconscious. It's an emotional reckoning with the multifaceted nature of our being, a recognition that true growth transcends the limitations of the ego. As we navigate the emotional currents of this transformative process, the integration of the shadow becomes not just a step but a dance with the emotional unknown, a dance that transforms the once feared shadows into partners in the intricate ballet of self-discovery. The emotional crescendo of this journey is the realization that individuation is not a linear path, but a swirling dance of emotions, a dance where the shadow, once feared, becomes an integral part of the emotional choreography. It's an emotional revelation that the uncharted realms of the mind hold the keys to unlocking the dormant potential within, a potential that, when embraced, unfolds like a vibrant tapestry of selfhood. In this emotional embrace of the uncharted, the individuation process becomes a living, breathing testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It's an emotional saga where, amidst the uncertainties and complexities, the integration of the shadow emerges as the emotional anchor, a guiding light in the transformative journey toward becoming whole. The emotional legacy of individuation is not just personal evolution, it's a symphony of emotions that resonates through the collective unconscious. It's an emotional testimony to the interconnectedness of our shared human experience, a reminder that in embracing the uncharted realms within, we contribute to the emotional tapestry that binds us all. Jung's wisdom offers practical methodologies for engaging in shadow work. Imagination and active imagination, involving dialogue with the unconscious through symbols and visualizations, serve as central methods. Dream analysis provides insights into the shadow, treating dreams as profound expressions of the unconscious. Reflective writing, particularly maintaining a dream journal, aids in uncovering patterns and hidden wisdom in thoughts and emotions. Meditation, with a focus on observing one's thoughts, enhances mental clarity and understanding of unconscious processes. Additionally, the exploration of psychedelics as tools for accessing hidden aspects of the mind is acknowledged as a personal belief. In conclusion, shadow work is likened to diplomacy or governance, an ongoing, evolving process without a defined endpoint. Progress in this introspective journey begets genuine growth, profound healing, authentic empowerment, and a life imbued with deeper meaning. Jung's philosophical legacy, vast and captivating, beckons exploration into realms such as synchronicity, archetypes, the individuation process, and his fascination with alchemy. As we navigate the labyrinth of the psyche, embracing the shadows, we embark on a profound odyssey toward self-discovery and enlightenment.